ladies and gentlemen of the 118 scale, 3.75 inch, 4-inch modern action figure community. I'm back again with a continuation of a video. And we're continuing our discussion on the Cobra Viper. Here you see before you, as promised, is the Cobra Viper officer. Now, the Cobra Viper promotional rank is next step officer. So what you have here is essentially the leader of the Cobra Vipers. He is the supervisor. And I think it's cool that they spelled out a leader here, because I can make a small team of 4 and put a leader with them. So the Cobra Viper officer was released in 2014 as a part of the Viper's Pit set. And in that set, like we spoke about earlier, you had Beachhead, Cobra Viper officer, and the Cobra Trooper. So their thing is, if there's a dirty job, then they're first in line to get it done. Now, there are no other variants of the Cobra Viper in the 1 3/4, 118 scale, or the 4-inch lines. However, Classified, like I said earlier, did release a Cobra officer figure. So with that being said, let's move on and get a good look here at the officer. All right, first and foremost, you can pause and read that. This is his file card. Next, he comes packaged with a small firearm, small sidearm. He does not have anywhere on his person to keep it. There are no holsters. However, you're still getting this small firearm. Next, we have this assault rifle. Pretty plain Jane, cast in all black. And I do believe this is a real world weapon. But I don't know what it's called. There you have it. I'm trying to get it to focus in better. Awesome. There you have that. Next, we have his figure stand. And it's personalized with his title on it. Codename Cobra Viper Officer. Here you see it's painted in gold, and that is something that they did on the 50th anniversary figures. They painted the logos gold, whereas the other Vipers, as we saw, were not painted gold. However, they were 50th anniversary figures. Next, we have another assault rifle. This is pretty nice, and I believe this is the same one that the Vipers had that was cast in gray that we saw in the last video. Awesome. Pretty plain Jane, cast in all black. His last piece of equipment is his backpack. And it's pretty much the same backpack we saw earlier, just not very detailed. Here you can see it's painted over gray. So there's a red or burgundy-ish backpack that they painted gray. And I'm wondering why they did that. Doesn't make any sense. It does match the character, but they should have just casted it in gray. I don't know. Maybe there are other variants out there where this is actually cast in all gray and not a burgundy color. So now moving right along, we're going to go ahead and get a look at the officer figure. So there you have him. Pretty cool. Like I said earlier, I like the take on there being an officer or a leader. Sorry, give me a second. I'll put him back on screen here. So he's pretty much a remold of the Viper. but they made them in different colors with the black boots, the gray uniform, burgundy web gear, burgundy uh, wrist protection or forearm protection, and he has this gold face shield. And I like that they did that because a lot of times you'll see, like in law enforcement, you'll see silver badges. Silver badges are pretty much the line officers, and a gold badge will be the sergeant and lieutenants. And as the rank increases, their badges are gold. So that's pretty cool. He's also got a gold Cobra insignia there. I like that they did the gray grenades here. Let's do a quick 360 on him so you can get a look. So there he is from the side. Sorry, I don't want to drop him. There he is from the back. The web gear on the Viper and the Viper officer is removable. Hopefully I'm doing a good job of getting that 360 in there. He has his goggles on. Awesome. Pretty cool. So now, moving right along. I like the Cobra Viper officer figure. I think he's really cool and he's really nicely done. I like the mold. There are some pros and cons though, and let's discuss those. First, I want to give him a grade, and this grade is going to be a B minus. So I'm giving him a B minus. One, because you know it's a very small uh, deduction, because he was going to be either a B or a B minus, but I'm giving him a deduction. One, because of his backpack. Why did they take a red backpack and paint it gray when they could have just cast it in gray? Now, that's a small thing. But the reason he ultimately got the B minus is because Hasbro missed an opportunity to create an entirely different figure to pose as the officer. He could have been dressed similarly, but he could have been a character like Major Blood or someone, like someone who commands and stands out above his group. Don't get me wrong, I really like this Viper officer, but if they're doing some kind of a op, like for instance a night op, then they're all blending in because they're blue and red, whereas he's gray and red and he's sticking out. So what's the use in using a camouflage to blend you in the night, and this guy's just going to come up and get you all spotted, So that's why I gave that grade. With that being said, I think I'm going to end this video right here. Thank you again for tuning in for the continuation of the Cobra Vipers. I appreciate you all. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. I'll get to them at my earliest convenience. I'm having a great time just chatting with you all in the comments, man, and I'm learning stuff from you, so I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope everything's going well, and until the next video, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.